All right, I think that's enough of that silliness. Hey everybody, I'm Joshua, and this is what I call lunch break roguelike. This is where during my lunch breaks I work on a small roguelike game. Um, and yeah, so what we were playing just a little bit ago was a bit of a hack. So what you were watching is I took the code base that we've been working on for this entire week, and I wrote a small Python Twitch chat observer, and that basically translates that into events. And then with those events, I can do stuff in game. So I thought that'd be a fun little thing. So I was just adding using the map editor while you folks were moving around in there. I think that might be a cool direction. There are definitely drawbacks to it. For example, I guess I didn't realize that the folks would hit the anti-spam stuff. So it's probably some good stuff to think. And I think maybe with this project, I'll probably head in that direction. I probably won't jump there quite just yet. I think today I'm probably gonna work on maybe some UI stuff. I think that'd be a good place for us to go. So again, this isn't a strict tutorial, but if you're following along, you can always clone the code. It's open source. It's at github.com/Joshua Skelly/lunch-break-RL. Also, I tag every episode too. So if you check out episode 4, the code will be right where I'm starting. But like I said, it's not a strict tutorial. It's just me working on my project. And I appreciate you folks playing along with that little my little demo there. Sorry it wasn't as polished as it could have been. Let me just leave that over there. Let's open up a new terminal. Okay. Let's see. So yep. So the last thing I did is I went a little bit over last stream and I worked on the palette system. So let's go ahead and yeah, let's work on some of that UI stuff that I had in my demo. That's super helpful, and roguelikes do need UI elements. So let's get cracking on that. Let's open up our code, and let me position this so you can actually see it, so it's not hidden behind my head. There we go. Cool. Let me think. So what I want to do is maybe start working on a little small UI library so I can have like a window, kind of like, maybe if I could pull it back on here so you folks can see it. Like here, how these are basically like two windows with titles. That would be cool to maybe just kind of implement that, so I don't have to, because this is all kind of done just using some string trickery. But it would be nice to just to be able to have some kind of a class handle this for us, and then I can just place the windows somewhere in the scene, and that would be fine. Cool. Let's do, yeah, so let's just, I assume I'm gonna have quite a few UI classes, and I'm trying to think, is it better to slam them all in a module for now, or is it better to put them in a bunch of sure. Let's just go ahead and start working, and I'll worry about stuff later. So let's call this window.py. Let's make a UI folder. Oh, certainly. Yeah. Yeah, I guess a box drawer would be also a handy thing too, besides just inside the UI. So let's just say, let's make a little module for that as well, called, actually, let's just make a new file. Let's just call it drawing.py. And these can be pretty simple. Let's just say def, actually just rename this to draw. And then we'll have some simple like box, and this just takes a console and an X and a Y and a width and a height. Okay, and we would do something like, just looking into our scene here, and let's say we can import drawing. Cool. And we can say drawing.box. That should be fine, right? Oh no, draw, import draw. It should be draw.box. There we go. 0, 0, 10, 10. What we want this to do is to draw a box. Yep. I'm also trying out, Twitch has an option to do like a, not quite a real time, but a faster, I forget what they call it. There's a term to like decrease the latency between me and you. So hopefully that's a little bit quicker, and that it worked out okay for the game. So here for draw a box, we need to do something like for row in height, for call in width, actually they do in range, y comma height plus y, and in range of width plus x. If call comma row in console, console dot draw char. Let me see what I forget what the exact syntax on that is. It should be, I think our entity base class has that. So draw char is xy and then char. Cool. So for draw, we want the call and row and character. This should be just a very basic implementation, just to make sure my logic is sound. So let's test it. If that. Nope, missing positional argument height. Did I mess that up in the scene here? Draw a box 0, 0, 10, 10. Why is it complaining about? The console. Let me see. Draw box 0, 0, 10, 10. Box missing one positional argument. Wait. Oh, yep. Yep, Python user, you're absolutely correct, because I'm blanking on that for some odd reason. So yeah, so the first thing we need to tell it to do is to draw to self.level.data. There we go. Okay, so this is kind of working. So I guess the thing that makes a box is the fact that the inside is empty. So let's make that happen, right? So if call equals x, or call equals width plus x, or row equals y, or row equals height plus y. And also let's make sure here in our scene, let's make it a 20 by 10 box. Nope. I got an assignment in there somewhere. There we go. Okay, so looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So something wrong with our extreme. I think I'm missing a -1. Let's check that out. Yeah, there we go. So there is our 20 by 10 box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. And now what we want to do is, I guess we need to make it a box. We need to actually special case this a little bit more. So let's break out the. Let's just cut this and paste that. Cool. It should be an LF. It still should look the same. I can distribute really, really dirtily. So this is the X. So this should be like a bar or equals, and that should be quicker. The fancy pipes take a little bit of working to a little bit of wrangling to make work. So that's closer. Now I want to special case the corners. And I can check for those up here. So if call equals X and row equals Y. So this should do console.drawChar call comma row comma plus. So that will put it. Also, let me reposition the player, because this should put a. Oh, is this not? Yeah, let's also give him just the full-on entity constructor, and then FG. Let's say this is equal to palette dot bright red. BG is equal to palette dot black. And then char is equal to at, because that's just the player. And then now I can just pass in all the defaults and I'll be okay. So car position FG BG. Cool. So now in my scene, this should work. We'll see. Yeah. So we have the player. That was fine, but it looks like my thing up here is not working like I expected. That's true. Evram brings up a good point. Rather than doing an extra if check every single on this draw, instead of doing an if check, we can just simply at the very end just draw in the corners, because we know exactly where they're going to be, right? We can say corners equal row call, and then row. Wait, is this the way? I'm going to, yeah, call row should be the other way around. So call row, and then call row plus width -1 for C in corners. If C in console, console.drawChar C, and the plus symbol is what I want. Cool. Let's see. I'm still. Oh, it goes. Yeah. So that's the max, and that one went because I erased it, but that one is working correctly. But the other one is not. What's going on with? I keep clicking over here behind my head, and it's not helpful. So row call. This should be XY. I think that's. Yeah. Okay, that one's correct. And then now I need, yeah, because call and row don't really exist down here anymore. So x comma x, or width plus x, comma, no, it's not right. Height plus y. Come on, Joshua. X plus width comma y, and x plus width comma y plus height. And I want to flip this one around now because I've been doing it the other way around. Cool. Not quite right. Yeah. Always forget the minus ones. Is that correct? Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. Abram, you are correct. I have to do a little bit of work to make that happen. So let's call these corner chords. Corner chords, and then we could have our corners equal something like that. So for I comma C in enumerate corner chords, draw care corners at I. Cool. And if you don't know what that did, let me make it a little bit more clear. A, B, C, D. I'm just providing a list of corners, and it should be drawing them. Yeah, so A, B, C, D. Cool. Yeah, so also I'm just going to create a little quick utils class, and I'll bring in some code that I've been using. New file, we'll call it utils.py, and in here I'm just going to make a function called cp 437, which will convert the strings that Avram is posting in my chat to there. And I remember something, it's like because we have like the fancy stuff here, like if I say order that that. That's not really what it is. It really is something closer to like, I should be getting back 201 is what I want. So I think I need to do something like, if you do 201 dot decode, there was an encode. I think it's encode code page 437. There we go. And that should be, do the ord of that, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then now if I do the char of that, CHR of that, that should give me the character I actually need. So this is the little line I'm going to use to encode a string to to translate from one code page to another. Yeah, so let's paste, and what I want is make it a list comprehension, I think is how I've done it. Ord of, say, c.encode for C in string. Will that work? Let's see. String equals. Yeah. Then I can just do a join on it. Yep, that's easy enough. So empty string dot join on this list comprehension, and that should do it. So now I can just say the corners is equal to I basically wrote this helper function just to translate to the correct code page. Yeah, so Abram gave me those. So what I want is to paste these, but I think I need to switch this like that, or I can rearrange them. It doesn't matter, I suppose. So, so I need to flip, I think, this one with this one. There we go. And then up here, I need to import utils. And then down here, I need to say utils.cp437. And that will convert it to a string that it likes. And now let's see if this works. Yep, none type is not scriptable. What am I getting none for? Am I not returning from my utils function? Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So now we can switch out these as well on the sides. So if I remember correctly, let's go to our box code and draw.box. And here I need to have, I think it's 205? No, that's the horizontal one. 205, and then I just need to wrap this in utils.cp437. And then this one is like 186. Yeah. There we go. So if we run that now, there we go. We have our window, and I mean, right now our collision doesn't really work because yeah, but it is drawing a box, and we should be able to draw boxes of any dimension, which is good. Cool. All right. Yeah, and it would be nice actually to pass in like a split 9, right? That would cool. Yeah, no, I'm glad I could show you some useful stuff. So Python users, I didn't know about all that box character stuff. So what I want to say is border. Let's call it border equals. What about, let's just say it's this, right? And we also need to include that one, and we need to include this one, and we also need to include space. Let's put, I guess, space first. The ordering is important. I'm not, if you folks have strong opinions of what order this should be in, let's do, I guess let's do space. Okay, and then this needs to be wrapped in a utils.cp437 call to actually get back the correct thing we expect. This is just a code page 437. Some people call it extended ASCII. It's just a set of characters that libtcod kind of natively supports. So then this is just simply border at, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry, wrong. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So border at 5. This is border at 6. We can do else console dot draw character. Call row, and then border at 0. This needs to be not that, it just needs to be border at 6 because I'm silly. Border at 6. And this is border slice from 1 to 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think it's border slice 1 through 4. Let me just double check that. Uh, 5. Slice is not inclusive. Cool. I messed up the horizontal. Is that correct? It looks okay. And also, this also should work too if we want to pass in other stuff. So we should be able to, in our scene, we should be able to just recreate this with a different, like the original. So let's go back to, where is it? Scene? Level? Scene? Scene. Yeah, we're drawing the box here. And then we can say border. Yep, so it drops in that that's interesting. Maybe maybe I should get rid of that utils part in there. Let's say border equals this. And I need to be space, and this should just be 4 pluses. 1, 2, 3, 4. That and an equal sign. That should also work. Yeah. So now you can draw. Also, you should be able to do something like because draw box can actually be more useful than just UI, right? It could be used for other things. But yeah, so here we go. So that's a fast way to basically do a split 9. Yeah, nice. And like the map code could use this, or the UI code can use this. That's all good. Yeah, it's 12:34. Let's take just a quick look at what we've got done. Status. So player, I've changed player and I've changed scene. Oh yeah, I added the player. I changed its. I updated its constructor. So git add player.py, git commit -m fixing player constructor get status scene.py. We don't really want to persist. Well, what we could do is we could just wrap the whole world in this, right? We could just say we could just use defaults. That's fine. 0, 0, and I think it is a 40 by 30 world. Let's see if this works. Nope. Python game.py. Yeah, that was easy enough. Cool. Also, I could quickly update the scene too. So down here, I can just say check collision. Error is not equal to, say, space, and that should just quickly make the collision just work for now, which is probably okay. So yeah, now I can't escape the bounds. This is all still pretty quick and dirty, but that's okay. There we go. Console that gets signed. That's actually really okay. That's a cool point. Yeah, self.level.data get size. Assume it's a method, and what does that return? Returns a tuple. Cool. So down here, I can say, what if I could just throw it in there? So like self.level.data.get size. There we go. Should work. Cool. Good tip. Yeah, I should get away from hard coding stuff, because that way, if I actually start resizing this stuff, it makes life a little bit easier. Let's look at these changes. Git diff. So player, yeah, that's, wait, this isn't scene, import draw. So just adding my player, drawing a box, fixed collision, that's about it. Oh yeah, because that's for scene. Let me also git add draw.py, git add utils.py, git status, git add scene.py. So now let's say git commit -m basic drawing module, git push origin. Cool. We still have this UI thing we haven't really done much with. I think I was going to start working on the window. And I can maybe do that. There's also some other draw stuff we may want, but right now the draw box is okay. Actually, real quick, there's something I haven't done this entire project is actually include comments. So let me just talk about that for a few minutes. Python actually has a special type of comment called a docstring, which is not actually a comment per se. It's actually just a string literal that immediately follows either a function definition or a class definition, and it has a special meaning in that you can, like here, for example, let's go into Python. I can say, let's make a function called foo, and let's add a docstring, my docstring, and then return bar. So the function still behaves like you'd expect. You can do a help foo, and now it will return back the docstring. So this is kind of like a way of like kind of self-documenting a little bit. So it's a good practice. So here box draws a box on the given console, and args are x y, width, height, and border. Yeah, the top, say the leftmost column of the box, the rightmost column of the box, the width of the box, the height of the box, a string that represents the character, or the string that contains the characters to render the box. Hey, Kolian. Cool. The order should be like inside, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom. I don't think I need those hyphens. That looks weird. Let's make this just a simple. Just make it ordinal so people know. One. And we're programmers, so we need to make it zero-based. Come on. Bottom right. Vertical. Horizontal bar, corner. That should be it. Cool. All right. Isn't y the lowest line? Yes, but the bottom most. It's actually a word. The bottommost looks weird. Yeah, it's a word. Yeah, so you're right. So yeah, I was goofing that. Thank you, Python user, for correcting my. Yeah, so the x is the leftmost. The y is the topmost, actually, topmost. And then you can calculate. So the topmost plus the height is the bottom, and then the leftmost plus the width is the right. But I don't worry about anything quite that fancy. So this is just draws box. We have that documented. That's cool. Yep, origin is top left. Top left is 0, 0. Okay. There we go. That's a doc string for that. What else? The utils. Yeah, this one's. Yeah, I wonder how resilient this is. So. 437 of string. So CP 437 of if I wrap that again, it's going to do crazy stuff. 437 of that. Yeah. So I have to, because it's just going to keep doing crazy stuff. So I need to be careful about how I use that. I think it converts it to UF. I'm pretty sure. Let me just converts code page 437 to UTF-8, I believe. UTF-8 double bar double vertical line. Uh, 437. I think double vertical line is 186. Yeah, nailed it. That is 186. So that's in code page 42, code page 437, because this is in Unicode. Yeah. So it's the other way around. So my utils converts UTF-8 to code page 437, because that's what libtcod expects. Cool. What else? So we haven't. So this UI stuff is kind of not even touched. Yeah, for the time being, let's not worry about that. Let's just get status. Let's do a git add draw.py. I'm gonna do a git diff just to make sure I know what I'm committing. So yep, so that's a docstring and docstring. Git add draw.py, git add utils.py, git commit -m added docstrings to utils. Git push origin. The stuff I don't want to leave my repo with some to do a git status. I have some of these untracked changes. I'm just going to do a git clean-df because all I had done had made a directory and a file, and that wasn't super useful. So this is where we're leaving it right now, which is slightly better than we started. What I want to do is I want to tweak my little prototype again and let you folks play for like maybe the last few minutes. If there are any questions, feel free to ask, but I'm going to hack on my prototype a little bit, and then I'll let it kind of do the outro for me. So the problem with the let's do a few things on this prototype. So I think I goofed on the drawing of the Knicks. Yeah. Row plus equals 1. That'd be a good thing, so I could show all the players in the game. And you folks were suggesting doing handle Twitch message. Let's do something like this. Do for sub message in message.split, and we're split on space. Okay. Then this needs to be sub message. This needs to be sub message. Sub message. This will probably break the game in some funny ways because there's no real discrete turns right now. It's all just kind of real time. This ought to work. Do I have a link for this Python API? TDL? Python TDL docs. If you're looking for the Python TDL documentation, let me see. Yeah, so Python user, if you're interested, go ahead and reach out to me. You can email me at joshua.skeleton@gmail.com. Because I'm working on a small module that is a Twitch chat listener. If you want to help me out with that, I appreciate a second pair of eyes on it. Or Evram, if you're interested, also hit me up. It is just a single file right now, and it would be nice to make that better. Because right now it's just it's an observer that lives in its own thread that just monitors Twitch chat stuff, and I have a callback. So I have this. This Twitch chat events is just a worker thread. And I subscribe to the priv message. But yeah, if you're interested in that, hit me up. I program in Java for Delver. So yeah, so Sundays is my regular Delver stream. So I'm the art guy for Delver, but I do some programming on that. But this is written in Python. By trade, I'm a software engineer, and I know quite a few languages. It doesn't really matter per se. It's mostly just I like Python. Java's fine. I'm pretty agnostic when it comes to language. Let's give this a shot, right? Let's see what you folks think. T. There we go. That is one downside to my thing. So let's play around with this. Or message.split. There's a colon there because come on, Joshua. Okay. Oh, hold on. Nope. Weird. So join dot split. Just return join, yeah. That should be okay. I'm just gonna have it print out to the console, print sub message. There we go. It took that one. Then I should be able to do like up and right. Yeah. That seems to be working okay. All right, folks, I'm going to leave this up for a little bit, and I will just draw little dungeons, and you folks can play. So thank you for checking in and hanging out with me while I work on my roguelike project over lunch. It's been really cool. I've had a good conversation. I appreciate you folks who are interested in programming. I will be back on Sunday to do my Delver stream, and I think I'm going to keep up with this little roguelike project. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm learning quite a bit. So yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Yeah, have a good weekend, folks.